I don't blame them. They won't be familiar. They won't be familiar with the idea. You see, if I ask you a simple question, and I want us to be rational here. Don't keep saying faith, faith, faith. You see, if you take this one, you take that one, where were they translated from?
They're translated from the originals.
What were they called?
What do you mean, what they...
I don't, if you are not sure, don't worry, my friend.
I'm not
Tell
sure,
me so.
but
Can I ask my friends here?
What the problem is,
can I ask?
There's an original in Greek, there's an original in Latin.
There is. No, there's the Greek, there's what is known as a Septuagint, okay? That was translated into Latin, yes?
Okay, that's true. Yeah.
That's what happened, okay? Now that was the Latin Vulgate by Father Jerome. So far so good, okay? But before that there was the Codex Sinaiticus. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
Codex Alexandrianus. You've heard of that as well? You see, my friend, it's from those that these have been translated.
Yes.
Now, one second. Now, in the Alexandrianus, you see, that is a fully inspired book. Yeah? Fully inspired. It has got all these 7 books inside. Yeah? Now, it has been removed from here. Okay? I'll finish with this point.
What do you mean it has been removed from here?
Well, in his book, you won't find those 7 extra books. They've been expunged because the Christians claim they are apocryphal.
Oh, that.
Judith, Tobias, yes,
Okay.
those.
Oh.
He says in the Catholic. Basically, what I am saying is, if you have removed them, okay, and they are in the original, what right did you have to do that? Now, all I am pointing out to my friends, and they don't want to go there, is if in the original it's not there, and it is to be found in the translation, which one is wrong?
Okay.
No, it's just a question, my friend.
In the apocryphals. Okay.
No. If it is in the original, the statement is contained, and in the translations it's not contained, which one is wrong?
If it's in the originals, it's in the originals, and that's how it should be.
So the translation would be wrong.
The translation.
Well, if you go to the original, and now don't tell me, quote verse, the museum in London is just here somewhere.
Okay.
Yes? And you go to the London Museum and they will show you the codexes. They've got photocopies of it. And you will find in there, it is not there. Even more fatally, what you will find are 2 letters known as the letters of Clement. Clement was a Christian saint. They were considered to be inspired of God, but they were removed from the translations.
So
now, all I'm asking...
So was the book of Mary Magdalene. I could go and buy them tomorrow.
My friend, those...
Where's your point?
They're
not in there because
if you listen carefully, if you listen carefully, my friend, you will see my question has nothing to do with what you just said. I said to you, you know what you just said about the Gospel of Thomas? Yes? Is it in the Alexandrianus Codex?
I'm not sure.
You don't know?
No, I don't.
Okay, I'll tell you it isn't there. But the letter of Clement is.
Where's your point?
Yes, the point is that Codex Alexandrianus is from where, one second, and Sinaiticus, no, and those Sinaiticus, listen to me, oh God, my Christian friends have a great, okay, I'll see you.
I'm now running away because
can you see what I mean? You see, when it comes,
let's talk about the Quran. Where's the 7th century Quran? Where's the Quran from there and the 7th century on paper? Why is it you have it?
And then we will, you see.
About surahs that cannot be found. Why is it in the Quran you cannot write and not fully in Arabic when
you see, my friend, you see, my friend, I'll tell you what it was. Here we were, okay, they were talking, so we came to ask them, okay. If I was standing here talking about Islam, they have every right to come and ask me. But I will give them the due opportunity to ask me. I don't mind, yes. However, there are certain facts, reasonably speaking, which we must establish before we can move on. Ask a Christian which book came first, the Bible or the Quran. Which one was it?
It's the Bible.
It was the Bible. It only makes logical sense to, finish with that before you move on. But I don't blame the Christians. They get emotional. You see, the point is, I mean generally, okay? This book has one verse, and this was the point I was trying to make to my friends. In the book of Revelations that the sister had referred to, chapter 22, verse 17 and 18. In Revelations 22, 17 and 18, it says, whoever adds or takes away, yes, to him shall be the curse of God and the diseases. Yeah? Basically, if you remove from the Bible or you add to the Bible of the scriptures, you will be cursed. Okay? Now, all I was going to ask if he was a Protestant Christian and I was a Roman Catholic Christian, yes, he's got a Bible in his hand, yeah? No, don't worry about it. Yeah, he's got a Bible. It's known as the Protestant version. From Genesis to Revelation, there are 66 books. Basically meaning Genesis, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, etc., etc. Yeah. But in this one of the Catholic, there are 73, including the Maccabees, 1, 2 Maccabees, etc., etc. These are the ones that the Protestants consider to be apocryphal. Right. Now, I ask the Protestant, according to Revelations 22:18, if I consider this to be the book of God, you have taken away 7 books, haven't you? Can you follow the reasoning?
Yes.
Right. According to this, yes, according to this, yes. He would have taken away 7 books. Yeah. Now, if I was a Protestant looking at the Catholic,
it would be vice versa.
And I believed it to be the God, he has added 7.
Yeah.
Who are cursed? Both are cursed. That's the point I was trying to make before my friend did a run. Okay. However, if I can just finish it.
There's a slight thing you have to look at here. Right?
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, I have to ask because I'm not too sure.
Don't worry about it.
Did the apocryphals come after Revelations or before?
Well before.
Well before.
Well before.
Okay.
Not only that, the point I was making is, you see, unfortunately, when it comes to facts, my friend, people run away. Yeah. The facts are this. You know, I mentioned Alexandrianus Sinaiticus.
Yeah.
These are the books from which all the translations emanated. Now, in those books,
but
if I can just finish.
Even in the translations, though, they do not all agree.
No, these translations I'm talking about, these the ones we have current day. You see, you know, the sister was talking about the King James Version.
Yeah.
That one, if you look at the RSV of 1952, that's the Revised Standard Version, it tells you in the preface, they were original. Now, the question is, if the resurrection and ascension were not in the original, were they made up?
It would appear so if they were not in the original.
Now, have a look at this. I mean, just as we are, okay? If I just show you something very quickly.
We do not have the originals. But
I agree. But now look, my friend, count from 19 to 25. It's not a trick question.
It's not, okay.
Go on, count. Right. Now look at this. Matthew chapter 17. I want you to read me verse 21. Read me verse 21.
No, 21.
What's happened to 21?
See, 20 is a long verse. So
yeah, and it goes to 22, doesn't it?
Yes, because it's a long verse. They accidentally
I can accept that, but you see, no, it isn't a number. It was not there in the original. Should I tell you how?
Okay.
Look down here and you'll find verse 21. But this kind never comes out except by prayer and fasting. So you see, it's not a question of the verse being long.
Yeah.
They removed it because it was not in the original. Now I ask a very simple, straight question. Was this inspired of God?
It would appear not.
Not. But prior, one second, my friend.
Accepts that it's not inspired. That's why it's true.
But now, prior to 1952, this verse was inside, as inspired of God.
Yes, but remember,
was it?
I don't know about...
No, was it? It's simple. Yes or no?
I don't know about the text in 1952.
It wasn't. Believe you me, I wouldn't lie. In this matter, there's no need.
So it wasn't?
It was there prior to 1952.
Okay.
But after they revised it, they realized this was not in, so they removed it. But what they did is they footnoted it. Now, the simple question would be, why does God even work with footnotes here? Yeah? Exactly, Sheikh. Yeah? Now, it's not only here. One of the most important doctrines of Christian belief, yes, is the resurrection and the ascension of Christ.
All right.
Yet it was taken away in 1952. But there was such an outcry by the Christian world as a whole that in 1971 they re-revised
from which text?
Luke 24:51. But there was such an outcry by Christian communities that in 1971 and between 71 and 73 they re-revised it and put it back in. Now the question is, was it there or was it not? I know God plays hide and seek, but this is getting to the point of being ridiculous.
See, I guess what you would need to do is you would need to talk to a Christian scholar who knows more about those issues.